Well, with just one more day to say our goodbyes to the year 2014, here we are joining you live and direct on News at 9, coming to you live and direct from the Newsfirst studios. I'm Joel Outgo.
And I'm Sonali Vanikapathike. We start off first with a look at the stories making headlines tonight.
TNA pledges support to Maithripala Sirisena. No agreements or understandings reached. A statement from R. Sambandan. President Rajapaksa says an election cannot be won through communalism and religious differences. Maithripala Sirisena says he has not signed secret agreements with any political party or organization. Artists express their displeasure over the Kumbukete attack. Indonesian rescuers confirm discovery of debris from missing Air Asia flight.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa says that the election cannot be won through spreading communalism and religious differences. He made this statement at a public rally held in Kiribati today.
A public rally was held this morning to marshal support for President Mahinda Rajapaksa at the presidential election. In 2010, neither Sambandha nor Rauf Hakim worked for me in the East. They both worked for Fonseca and against me. But you know the results. I won with a majority of 1.8 million votes. This time around, it will be 2 million. These people are trying to secure their victory by inciting communalism and inciting the country. But they will not be able to do that. Today, the Tamils, Muslims and Sinhalese who abhor separatism are prepared to make the beetle leaf victorious. There are whispers being heard in various places now that change is needed. What is the change they are hoping for? My dear mothers and fathers, this is the time to cast aside all divisions and come together as one to come forward and make our president victorious.
At a press conference held in Colombo today, the Tamil National Alliance announced that it would extend its fullest support to New Democratic Front presidential candidate Maithripala Sirisena. The TNA emphasizes that their decision was not based on any agreement or understanding.
A group of TNA MPs and provincial councillors were present at the press conference where the announcement was made.
With regard to this matter, we have held extensive discussions with our people in the north and the east and across the country. As a party, we studied the manifestos of both President Mahinda Rajapaksa and common candidate Maithripala Sirisena. After much deliberations, the TNA has decided to extend its fullest support to common candidate Maithripala Sirisena.
Well, I must tell you very frankly that we have not come to any understanding with anybody. We did not expect to come to any understanding with anybody. The election of a new president could be a positive step towards the evolution of such a political solution. It is the fact that Mr. Maithripala Sirisena has broken away from the government that failed to deliver on a political solution, a government that failed on several fronts. In regard to democracy, in regard to the supremacy of parliament, in regard to the independence of the judiciary, in regard to bribery and corruption, in regard to the media. Mr. Maithripala Sirisena has broken away from the government for these reasons. Therefore, we think we should repose our faith in him. Before Mr. Maithripala Sirisena can be expected or called upon to act. He must be in a position to exercise the power to act. So I think one has got to take all these factors into consideration in coming to a decision. But we are confident that all the people of this country will, in the interests of this country, take a decision that will be good for this country and will elect Mr. Bala Kya as their president.
R. Sambandhan also expressed the following views.
The position of the Tamil National Alliance is that the national question cannot be resolved through backdoor deals. And we are not prepared to go down that path. Our position is that the whole country must know what is happening. And there must be a solution based upon such a position which the whole country is prepared to accept. We are committed to a peaceful and honorable and permanent solution within the framework of a united, undivided Sri Lanka. A solution that will be just, that will be reasonable, that will be workable, and that will be durable. And I think this is something which the whole country must accept. And we will only work to achieve such a solution. We think that a senior, respected, experienced politician like Mr. Bala Kya should be given the opportunity to address that question in a manner that will be acceptable to all the people of this country.
Presidential candidate of the New Democratic Front, Maithripala Sirisena, says he has no secret agreements with any political party or organisation. He made this statement addressing a meeting in Anuradhapura yesterday.
Several party leaders of the common opposition and representatives attended the meeting held in the Anuradhapura town yesterday. We have not signed any agreement with any political party or organisation. We have not prepared fake agreements, nor have we signed hostile agreements. All of us carry out our activities with a good perception. When we take this country, it is an extensive public force. Today, the government is isolated. Today, the SLFPS, the Communists, Vasu's party, the Samsamaj party, the Mahajan Eksat Peramuna are falling apart and they are joining us. Every one of you, all of you, question your conscience on whether you are to exercise your franchise to protect the country or the Rajapaksa family. Maithripala Sirisena also said that the government is insensitive to the problems of the people. What has the government done today on behalf of the people affected by the floods and landslides? Are they feeding these people properly? Are they concerned about their health facilities? Are they providing them with clothing? With no consideration of this, we know that Salman Khan and the clan was brought down to the country by Mahinda Rajapaksa for campaigning. This man will be performing in Colombo either today or tomorrow at a cost of 70 million. What if the 70 million spent on Salman Khan was spent to feed and clothe the community affected by the floods and landslides? What is wrong with that? This I question. How politically bankrupt are they? How hard have they fallen? What is the intensity of their destruction? How badly lost are they?
I would willingly state to President Mahinda Rajapaksa that if a leader comes to power, he must exercise his authority a while and then retire. This act of theft has resulted in you people being unable to have a proper meal.
Tamil leaders have come forth. Leaders in the south have come forth. They have all come forward in order to change the system. This is the first time that a national government will emerge in the country. I responsibly state that this is the best time to resolve the issues within the country.
The youth belong to Namal Rajapaksa, the navy to Yoshitha Rajapaksa, and outer space belongs to Rohitha Rajapaksa. The entire country belongs to Mahinda Rajapaksa. Think about what they have done to this country today. Salman Khan and a group of actors and actresses have come to the country to pledge support to the president. I wish to ask Minister Vimal Veeravansa to please define the international conspiracy in this. A group of innocent actors had gone to Kurunegala to hold a rally and they were assaulted. This is what we must change.
The Elections Commissioner today announced that a presidential candidate in any way cannot pledge support to another presidential candidate within the election law framework. He made this revelation while speaking to reporters this morning.
Although they say it on the stage, we will issue a circular to all media outlets citing that according to the election laws, a candidate cannot pledge support to another presidential candidate. Nothing can be done. You must not promote them. Then they will simply remain at home. Do not air his speeches. We cannot consider him as a politician.
Welcome back to the news. Tensions broke out in Kaduruela Polonnarwa this evening. The police stated that tensions broke out between a group of monks engaged in election campaigning and another group.
The collective of Bhikkhu organizations organized a walk to support President Mahinda Rajapaksa in close proximity to the Pulathisi Buddhi Mandapa in Polonnarwa. They arrived at the Kaduruela town while distributing leaflets amongst the public. While representatives of the collective of Bhikkhu organizations reached the Kaduruela town, another group including monks supporting presidential candidate Maithripala Sirisena also arrived at the location. This is what transpired thereafter. Media spokesperson said that the police had to intervene to restore calm. He added that investigations have been launched and that the video evidence too is being examined.
On to a developing story this evening. No suspects have been arrested as yet in connection with the attack on a group of artists in Kumugate, Kurunegala. Now, SSP Ajit Rohana, the police media spokesperson, says that an investigation has been launched into the incident under the supervision of an SP.
The attack occurred during the Mulawen Midumu program organised by the New Generation Artist Organisation in Kumbuggate yesterday. Artists including Samanali Fonseca and Indra Chapalianege, who were injured in the attack, were admitted to the Kurunegala Teaching Hospital yesterday for treatment. The artist convened a media briefing today regarding the incident.
ඒ වැඩසටහන ආරම්භ වෙලා 6ක පමණ කාලයක් අතරතුර ඒ ස්ථානයට
Within an hour of the program commencing, people wearing blue t-shirts, we know that they were from the Bala Kya and that they were UPFA supporters, and Northwestern Provincial Councillor Don Kamal indica came to the location and carried out an attack. There were about 100 of them in total. We have video footage and photographs.
අපි ගාව වීඩියෝ සහ ඡායාරූප තියෙනවා. අපි ගිහිල්ලා අපේ අදහස් ප්‍රකාශ කළා. ඕන කෙනෙකුට නිදහස තියෙනවා.
We went there and expressed our ideas. Every person has the right to express their views, whether they are in favor or in opposition. What is happening now is that there is a group of artists who go around saying that they are for this system. Similarly, we felt that we would not approve of what is happening.
මේ බලතණ්හාවෙන් වියරු වැටුණු රාජපක්ෂ රෙජීමයට
I have only one question for our senior artists who pander to the Rajapaksa regime, which is intoxicated with power. This is our time. It is time for you to look at our creations. Do you not see the group that is with the corrupt regime, calling themselves young artists? Do you not see this group that bows to money for mediocre pleasures, lies and sell themselves in a manner that is distasteful for the people?
බඩු විකුණමින් ජනතාවට අවරසිකත්වයක් ලබා දෙන මේ පිරිස ඔබලාට පෙනෙන්නේ නැද්ද?
දැන් අපිට පෙනියන කාරණාවක් තමයි ආපහු සැරයක් අර ගෝත්‍රික.
What we can see at present is that we are once again moving back towards tribalism and malice. Today, all their strength is determined by physical power, or what we call the law of the jungle. We can see that we are moving back to an age where they cannot bear to listen to others and try to stamp others out using their physical strength.
ම්ලේච්ඡ අනේකාව ඉවසන්නට බැරි තමාගේ ශරීර ශක්තියෙන් අනේකාව පාගන්නට පුළුවන් විවේකයට ආපහු යනවා කියන එක.
කලාකරුවා කියන වෙනස් චින්තනයක් තියෙන මිනිහෙක්. ලෝකේ වෙනස් කරන්න හදන.
An artist is a person with a separate philosophy, a person who tries to change the world. If animals are attempting to beat up people who are changing the world, if this is where these former provincial councillors and all these people want to take this matter, then we will return to Kongate.
අපි ආපහු කුමුගැටේට එනවා.
මේ ජනබුල නායකයා ඊයේ සල්මන් ඛාන්ව ලංකාවට ආනයනය කරනවා.
This leader of the people imported Salman Khan to Sri Lanka. So what is this president indirectly saying to the group, including Jackson Anthony, Rohana Veerasinghe and Malini Fonseca? He is saying that their loans have fallen through and therefore they are bringing down a good Indian to sell. That means that Jackson Anthony and the others have been sold.
ලොන් හැලිලා. ඒක නිසා අපි ලොන් තියෙන හොඳ ඉන්දියන් කාරයෙක්ව මෙහෙට ගේනවා විකුණන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ ජැක්සන් ඇන්තනිලා දැන් විකිනලා ඉවරයි.
හෘද සාක්ෂිය ඉල්ලා සිටිනවා මේ අවස්ථාවේදී තවත් නිහඬව ඉන්න එපා කියලා.
I speak from the heart and say, please do not remain silent at this moment. So we call on the police media spokesperson and all the other uniformed policemen to watch this video. This is your opportunity to enforce the law against all those who were involved in this attack.
මේක තමයි ඔබට ලැබෙන අවසාන අවස්ථාව.
මේක මේ අදහියේ අහිමිවීමක් නෙමෙයි. මේ දීර්ඝ කාලයක් තිස්සේ අහිමිවීමින් යන.
This is not deprivation that has taken place yesterday or the day before. It has been happening over a long period of time. We are experiencing a situation in this country where not only artists but all human beings are facing a crisis with regard to the ability to lead dignified lives.
පුද්ගලිකව ආයතනිකව සමාජය ඇතුලේ අපි අත්දැකීමින් ඉන්නවා.
UPFA member of the Northwestern Provincial Council, Kamal indica, says that if it is proved that he was involved in the attack on the group of artists in Kumuggate, Kurunegala, he will resign from politics.
I completely reject it.
Meaning that you did not attack?
Yes, I did not attack.
Then you organized this attack?
No, I didn't do that either.
Sir, are you a member of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party?
Yes, I am a member of the SLFP.
Are you also a member of the Bala Kya?
No, I'm not.
Sir, a group of people at the Kumuggate market are the ones who attacked. Otherwise, none of this would have happened.
I have already said as a politician in the area, I have said that I will make this stop.
Then what about these allegations saying you organized this attack?
No, what attack? I'm a man who loves artists.
Sir, is it not fair to obstruct one's right to express their opinion?
We have done nothing of that sort. We didn't obstruct anything either. If anyone has a bruise or scrape, tell me. I will resign from politics.
The Nil Bala Kya convened a media briefing today to reject several allegations levelled against them regarding the assault carried out on the new generation artist in Kumugate Kurunagala yesterday.
We condemn the attack carried out yesterday. Likewise, we believe that the police will conduct an impartial investigation into the incident. Just think about why we would go and attack these actors wearing our t-shirts and our caps. The popular Indian actor Salman Khan has come down, and when he participated in a health camp, they levelled various accusations.
If there was any person from the Nil Bala Kya or any person involved with the Nil Bala Kya that was involved in this, then as the SLFP youth organisation, we will take strict action against them.
Now what we would like to say is, if it was intended to create an incident or to imagine an incident, don't make use of this. Clearly look at this. If you see this as an assault carried out solely on these artists, then let's put a stop to it at that point. Don't politicize it. Do not drag this to a decayed political state and then add insult to injury. The problem is not if this person works for me or is employed at my house. If there is a person responsible for the attack, you provide us with the information. We will also help you with the necessary information. I am requesting this in order to enforce the law, not to set someone free, to enforce the law.
Deputy Leader of the United National Party, Sajith Premadasa, says that a situation where local artists are attacked while international artists are used for campaigning is disappointing to witness. He made this statement at a public gathering in Katuwana.
This public rally was held in Katuwana under the auspices of UNP Deputy Leader Sajith Premadasa.
Then Raje Amativarunta Karanna Beride Bollywood Nanunilio Lawala.
They are carrying out a program, spending billions, and are using foreign actors and actresses to do what the ministers can't do. When they say Salman Khan is arriving, they roll out the red carpet. When the local artists are carrying out a political program, they are beaten up using iron poles by some force.
Rate Deshiya Kalakaruan Yam Kisi Deshapalana Kriyawaliyaka Niyalenata Kota ඒ අයට යකඩ පොළු වලින් තඩි බානවා අර කොහෙදෝ තියෙන බලුකායක්. බලුකායේ සමාජිකයෝ සුනකයෝ වගේ හැසිරෙලා දේශීය කලාකරුවන්ට තඩි බානකොට සල්මාන් ખાන් කියන බොලිවුඩ් නළුවා එනවා චින්තනයේ රටේ ජනතාවට පැහැදිලි කරලා දෙන්න.
When the local artists are being beaten up by a group of people who are behaving like dogs, Salman Khan, a Bollywood actor, arrives in the country to explain to the people about the Chintane. I would like to ask them. Malini Fonseca is a famous actor in the country and a member of the current parliament and a great artist. What does Malini Fonseca have to say about the artists being beaten up? I ask Ravindra Randenia, another great artist who is on the side of the government. What do you have to say about the harassment of local artists of the country using iron poles?
රජයට සම්බන්ධ විශිෂ්ට කලාකරුවෙක් වන රවින්ද්‍ර රන්දෙනිය මැතිතුමාගෙන් මම අහනවා. ඔබතුමා මොකක්ද කියන්නේ දේශීය කලාකරුවන්ට මේ ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන යකඩ පොළු හිංසනය පිළිබඳ?
The Janata Vimukti Peramune held a public rally last evening at the Vele Kade Junction in Badulla.
What is Salman Khan from India doing here? We wish to give him some advice. Salman Khan will have to play the role of supporting actor because we have a lead actor in Sri Lanka known as Rajapaksa. What on earth is happening here? Think about it for a minute. They think the people in this country are mentally retarded. What is Rajapaksa's measure of the knowledge and education of the people of this country? Does he think that he will get votes if Salman Khan gets on stage and shows off his muscles? This is disrespectful to you. What are they doing? Look at how Mahinda Rajapaksa is behaving on this election campaign.
Speaking at a media briefing today, Minister Dallas Alhapirma said that the UPFA rejects the charges levelled against the Bala Kya, citing their involvement in the attack launched at a group of artists in Kumuggete.
කලාකරුවන්ට පහර දීම පිළිබඳව අපි සජනතා නිදහස් සන්ධානයේ විදිහට මේ සිදුවීම මුළුමනින්ම ප්‍රතික්ෂේප කරනවා.
As the UPFA, we vehemently condemn the attack launched on a group of artists. It's not fair to call the group of attackers as the ones belonging to the Bala Kya. Reason being that the Bala Kya is the youth wing of the SLFP. Just because they entered the area wearing Bala Kya t-shirts, that doesn't give reason to level charges against them. Salman Khan is not here to campaign at the elections. He himself has said that he is here to participate in a health camp and to be of help to the people affected by the floods. He has clearly stated that he is not here for any sort of monetary incentive. He said that he is here voluntarily. Therefore, don't misinterpret this.
Leader of the opposition Ranil Wickremesinghe expressed his displeasure at a meeting held in Bandaragama over the use of the national anthem in the presidential election campaign.
We sing to our motherland that she is our strength and that she is our light. But today this has become an announcement in the newspapers. But it is not about the motherland. It is printed under the shawl-wearing moustache, sporting image of Mahinda Rajapaksa, proclaiming him to be our strength. Who is our strength? Is it Mother Sri Lanka or is it Mahinda Rajapaksa? That is what I wish to ask. They print the shawl and the moustache and say it inspires devotion in our hearts. Mahinda Rajapaksa is shamelessly using the national anthem which belongs to us. Is this patriotism? Is this the patriot that spoke so? He must respond to this.
A group of Commonwealth election observers is scheduled to arrive in Sri Lanka on the 2nd of January. The Commonwealth Secretariat announced that the team of observers will be headed by Dr. Bharat Jagdeo, the former president of Guyana.
The group of 9 observers will be in Sri Lanka from the 2nd to the 14th of January, following a formal invitation from Elections Commissioner Mahinda Deshapriya. The Commonwealth Secretariat announced that the group will consider the pre-electoral environment and preparations, and on election day and thereafter will observe the voting process, counting and tabulation procedures and the announcement of results. The group will be supported by a 5-member team from the Commonwealth Secretariat headed by Catalina Sapolu, Director of the Rule of Law Division of the Commonwealth Secretariat. Issuing a statement, Commonwealth Secretary-General Kamal Sharma said the people of Sri Lanka should be able to freely exercise their franchise in an enabling environment marked by transparency, a level playing field, and adherence to the laws and norms that govern a credible and peaceful election.
Moving back to news here at home, the rainy weather experienced over many parts of the island appears to be dissipating while floodwaters too are receding. A total of 34 persons have lost their lives owing to landslides and floods.
Meanwhile, families residing in 2 areas in the Kampala area were evacuated owing to the risk of landslides.
A total of 45 families in the Sadasirivatta and Kiripane areas were evacuated. They are currently receiving shelter at the Ratnagala temple in Kampala.
This started back in 2002. This happened in 2002, 2005 and now in 2014. We ask the government not for food or drink. All we ask is for a house on a plot of land around Kampala.
Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratne visited the Ratnagala temple and engaged in discussions with the victims. Meanwhile, the Kampala Kadugannava road via Watadeniya is also at risk from landslides. A 30-kilometre stretch of the Badula-Bandaravela railway line has been blocked as a result of fallen earth embankments. Meanwhile, the Badula Bandaravela main road was blocked when an earth embankment collapsed near the 6th mile post in Demodara.
With
the help of the police and the army, you can see how earth from this road is being removed to make it accessible for travel. Many residents of the area have come here to witness the scene of the landslide, but this is a very dangerous situation.
A Sri Lanka army-owned water bowser had fallen into the Baduloya at the 8th mile post in Udwara. Earth embankments had also collapsed at 2 locations on the railway tracks between Alla and Demodara. Although the water levels in several areas of the Pulanarwa district had receded, the Gallala area remains inundated. The submerged Batiklu-Pulanarwa road was reopened for vehicular traffic today. Eastern Security Forces headquarters obtained this aerial footage of the flooding in Pulanarwa. Meanwhile, one of the 3 people who were injured when a tree fell across the car park of a market complex on the Kandipera Deniya road has passed away.
The Sirasa Shakti Sahana Yatra, organised together with John Keels, distributed relief in the Anuradhapura area today. Relief was distributed to those displaced in the Kuttampukuna and Galpalam areas in Anuradhapura. Relief was also distributed to those who are receiving shelter at the Saliyapura Vidyalaya. The Sahana Yatra, which left Colombo the day before yesterday, distributed relief to those affected in the Batiklo, Polunnaruwa, Putlam and Chilau areas.
In business news, the Traders Union of the Dambul Economic Centre says that the supply of vegetables has reduced by 80% due to the inclement weather condition prevailing over the island.
The cultivation of vegetables has been adversely affected due to the heavy rains.
I grow tomatoes, beans, eggplant and chilies. All my crops have been destroyed.
Farmers say that they are also unable to even harvest the crops that were spared by the rains.
The crops that have been grown can only use them once. The entire part gets damaged.
Now, as a result, there has been a drastic drop in the supply of vegetables to the Dambul Economic Centre.
That is why the prices are high.
And finally, in sports news tonight, Indian captain MS Dhoni has announced his retirement from Test cricket with immediate effect after the 3rd Test against Australia at the MCG.
Now, the BCCI in a statement added that Dhoni made the decision in order to concentrate on ODI and T20 formats.
MS Dhoni, who captained India in its 2007 T20 World Cup win, 2011 ICC World Cup victory, is considered as one of India's greatest cricket captains. As a batsman, he retires with a total of 4,876 runs at an average of 38.09 with 633 50s. His test best is 224 in a big win over Australia in 2013. Dhoni took 256 catches and 38 stumpings in 90 tests. Dhoni's retirement means Virat Kohli, who made his captaincy debut earlier in the series during the first test at Adelaide, will take over the reins as test captain full-time from the 4th and final test at the Sydney Cricket Ground on January 6th. India managed to draw the 3rd test, but it ensured Australia won the 4-test series 2-0, with the 4th and final test remaining to be played in Sydney.
Well, on that note, we wrap up our primetime news for today. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Joel Outscoon.
And I'm Sonali Wanigabadage, reminding you to make the most of the last day of 2014. Good night.